garage door energy theme.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to NAS Gymnasium. We're at Rapid City Central High School. I'm Brian Oakland, along with Haley Hansen back in studio. This is our BankWest pregame show. Quick look at high school volleyball and the standings so far after 1 week of play. Well, for the most part, teams that have had matches so far this season, just about everybody has. But as we mentioned, the Governors are coming in with a record of 0-2, and Rapid City Central 0-1 to start things off. The standings, there they are. Nope, that's the scores. We're going to look at scores from last night, so we'll go ahead and do that. There were just 3 matches last night, straight set losses. Loss for the Governors and for Rapid City Central. Meanwhile, it was Mitchell defeating Sturgis by 3-1 count. Those are the only 3 last night. There's a lot of volleyball today, but as Aberdeen Central is now at Stevens today, here at Rapid City Central, there's also a tournament that Yankton is playing in down at Norfolk High School, Norfolk, Nebraska. But other than that, all of the rest of the AA volleyball is going on in Huron. They've got a big Huron Invitational at the arena and at the Huron Middle School. But obviously games that have been going on, best 2 out of 3, featuring many AA schools, but even some of the top schools in classes A and B are in that event right now. Watertown and Aberdeen starting the week, starting today at 2-0. O'Gorman is 2-0. Mitchell won their first match of the season last night. Harrisburg, Huron, and Rapid City Stevens all 1-0 on the year. Brookings, Sioux Falls, Lincoln, and Washington are 1-1. And there are teams still searching for their first victories coming in, like Brandon Valley, Rapid City Central, T Area, and Sioux Falls Jefferson all 0-1, while Douglas and Pierre, as well as Yankton and Sioux Falls Roosevelt, have started 0-2. Spearfish is playing their first matches of the season. I believe they're playing in Huron along with everybody else in the Fair City on the State Fair weekend, as it turns out. But that's just a quick look at the standings in the state of volleyball early on. In the week ahead, the Governor's schedule has Thursday volleyball. They'll have their home opener and they'll host the Douglas Patriots. That is set for 6:30 start time. Keep in mind, if you go to volleyball games, varsity games, during the week, will start at 6:30 Central Time now, and the Govs will be at Mitchell 1 week from today to take on the Colonels, and we'll be there for both of those games on River 92.7 KGFX FM. So that's the upcoming schedule and a quick look at the state of volleyball. Want to get into keys to success here? We'll talk with Kerry Wheelhouse, the head coach of the Pierre Governors. But for those on the road, we remind everybody, for Labor Day or whatever the case, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all to slow the drive and arrive alive. You've got someplace to be. Let's take a quick time out, 2 minutes, and we chat with the head coach, Kerry Wheelhouse, and keys to success next. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
At Avera Orthopedics, we're transforming pain into possibility every day. Whether you're chasing a personal best or simply want to enjoy life to the fullest, our specialized care is designed to help you feel better and stronger. We're here for you. No referral needed. Trust Avera Orthopedics to unlock a world of endless possibilities. Visit avera.org/orthopedics and start your journey from pain to possibility today.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
All right, it's time for Keys to Success with Kerry Wheelhouse, the Governor, head coach, and a second day of a back-to-back and overnight turnaround. Last night at Rapid City Stevens across town, unfortunately, it didn't go very well, and for whatever the reason was, I guess it just had trouble putting points on the board. Rapid City Stevens is always very good, and they brought it to you and kind of just never let up on the gas last night.
Yeah, we had worked on some stuff on Thursday and we just didn't translate it onto the court. We couldn't find a way to put the ball away. We were a little slow. They were on a quick offense. We were a little slow on our blocks and just not getting the touches that we needed to.
And it's always key to make adjustments as you go along, and I guess maybe they were just one step ahead of you all night long.
Yeah, they seemed to be, they had some girls that could really jump and really, do some different plays. So our girls were just not reading the ball on the other side of the court, reading the setter's hands. We really need to start reading that kind of stuff so that we can anticipate instead of reacting to everything they're throwing at us.
And I guess you get other people in the match last night, but it didn't really matter. They just kind of brought the kitchen sink, and again, maybe a step behind, but let's call it early in the season, and let's hopefully you get right back at it and are ready to go again today.
Yeah, we tried some different rotations, some different people in different positions just to see, again, it's early in the season. We've got to find that group of girls that works well together. So we're going to try a little bit different again today. We're going to switch up a few things and see if we can't find that winning combination.
Rapid City Central today, it's a team that is, it's not always been the way it is with Rapid City Stevens. To take nothing away from them, Aberdeen Central real tough last night in a 5-set loss.
Yeah, they took them 5 sets, played hard against them. They're running a 6-2 system this year. Reese's second year, I think she's making a lot of strides with this program, and so we've got to be ready for the unexpected.
Yeah, and absolutely, if you think you can compete with a Stevens team that I might have some inexperience last night and it didn't go so well, don't be thinking the same thing today. You just got to come out and play your best no matter who you're playing.
Yeah, we've got to stop worrying so much about what's happening on the other side of the court and then play our game. Focus on what we need to be doing. Our front row's really got to focus and get some balls put away, figure out how to hit that ball on the ground.
What'd you see from Rapid City Central last night? I know you watched that match that they played with Aberdeen when you were done with yours.
Yeah, they're running a bunch of different girls running that 6-2 this year, so we've got to be ready for that. It seems to me like that they're just ready for anything. They're ready for the unexpected. They pick up a lot of balls and played Aberdeen Central really, really tough. So they're ready to play against these East River schools and give them their all.
And this is a game where I think you really want to. You hope you have more opportunities to get set up in system. It all starts with that first pass. Can you do that today?
Yeah, our passing has been really, really well. We worked on that a ton this summer, and our pass rating's definitely getting better, and we're getting where we are on that. We just got to get our front row to get it put away.
Okay. Started with a good serve. How's that going?
Yeah, serving, we're not doing too bad. We're doing pretty good on that serve. Sloan struggled last night with her serves. We missed more serves last night than we did on Tuesday, so we just got to come back in and go back to our regular serving and really serve tough still.
All right, Coach. We'll just go out there and play hard, and we'll see what, hopefully, good things happen today.
Yep, thank you.
That's Kerry Wheelhouse, the Governor head coach. Coach's comments and keys to success, part of our Bank West pregame show. And on the flip side, for Rapid City Central, we had a chance to talk with Reese New, and we get keys to success for the Cobblers as well. Success, the home head coach today, the Rapid City Central Cobblers joins us. Reese New here as coach. You start your season last night hosting Aberdeen Central. Yeah. And, we in Pierre know Aberdeen is a pretty good team, and Central's kind of on their way back. I think you've got a little building process going, but boy, a 5-set loss with those Golden Eagles, that's pretty good strides to start your season, and I think you've got to be having a little bit of confidence coming into another match here today.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was our first game last night went pretty well. We did a lot of things that, I was hoping that we were going to do. We were able to run our middles. We have some really agile and quick middles, and when we can be on serve receive, man, they really get us going. So I think that was really what put us that gave us that edge last night was the possibility of running our middles quite a bit.
You talk about having an edge, and is that's almost an immediate turnaround from last year to even one match this year, and again, off to a good start.
Yeah, I will say these kids really put in a lot of work this summer during open gyms and just our skills practices. Like, they came in and they put in the work, and so just the amount of progress they've made through the summer season really tremendously helped just to get us ready for this season.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now you got Pierre in here, and they're off to a bit of a struggle. They really struggled at Stevens last night, but what do you expect out of this one, and how do you keep your role going now?
Yeah, I think we're just going to focus on doing what we do really well, and we're going to keep pushing our serve receive so that we can run our middles and get them up and going. I think our middles are kind of hard to stop once we get them going on our quicker tempo offense. So really just keep the focus on what we do really well, and then try to make those small adjustments to our opportunities. So
I guess that brings up the stats. The stat question that I'll ask is, where you're scoring numbers up because of those middles playing well, and obviously you got to have good passing if your middles.
Yeah, so our middles both did really well statistically on offense, but our leader in kills was Chloe, our right side. I mean, she was just hard for them to stop. She gets up, she's got a good swing, and hard to block. And so, she led our team with 13 kills last night, and so we're going to be looking to her and expect a lot from her this season.
And I know Aberdeen's got some good hitters, good blockers, but you made a lot of plays against them, and I imagine it's that block that you'll keep going on the defensive side today.
Yeah, absolutely. We really want to be working with just tracking our hitters and staying with them, especially when we're playing teams with a quicker offense. And so a lot of reading defensively is something that we need to improve on, but I think, we're going to get there and we're going to be able to make those adjustments.
Any other keys to success today against Pierre?
I just say our serve receive and then our middle offense for me is what we're going to be focusing on today. So,
All right. Hey, Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Second-year head coach Reese New of the Rapid City Central Cobblers. Coach's comments and keys to success. Again, part of our Bank West pregame show. Let's run through our starting lineups very quickly. And starters, let's meet Rapid City Central. We'll begin with a senior middle hitter on right side, Kaylin Ducat. Also, Josie Williamson, who is a defensive specialist playing through the back row. Isabella Richard, an outside hitter and a senior. And J.C. Rubelt, a middle hitter, senior for the Cobblers. Chloe Shreve, who was their leading scorer last night up on the right side, is one to watch. And it's all set up with the setter, Braylon Vleetstra, for Rapid City Central. So Vleetstra, Shreve, Rubelt, Richard, and Josie Williamson and Caitlin Ducat are the starting rotation, with Bailey Beard Tripp, the libero for Rapid City Central. Their head coach is Reese New, and assisted by Tyler Brownbull, Sophia Kolinge, Lindsey Nelson, and Zane Rodner. We'll give you the Governor starters after this 60-second timeout.
This is Coach Scott Nye from your Pierre Governors and the team at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, where we focus on coaching something just as important, your finances. Everyone needs guidance through life's key financial decisions and challenges, not to mention the opportunity to feel confident that their retirement strategy will help them pursue the lifestyle they've dreamed about. As you're looking for the right team to assist you, we're right up the street and ready to provide you the help that can make all the difference. Contact our Pierre office today by visiting rankygray.com.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Playing of our national anthem sung by the Rapid City Central Choir. As we get set, we'll do the starting lineups on the floor. We've got the continuation of starting lineups here as well. And for the Pierre Governors, Molly Olson, the junior setter, begins trying to set things up for the hitters, along with defensive specialist Alexis Schleckaway, the 5'7" senior in the back row. Sloan Waldron will set, also 5'7" and a senior. Allie Keys, a 5'8" junior, will play up in the front. Was playing some middle last night, but the primary middle hitters will be Alyssa Lowe, the 6-foot junior, and Addison Novotny, a 6-foot sophomore for the Pierre Governors. Olson, Keys, Waldron, Schleckaway, Lowe, and Novotny, the starting rotation. Hadley Hart is the libero for the Governors, a 5'6" senior. And we should see Marina Bushbaum, a junior, Paige Sporer, the senior, and Lola Kenols, among others, the senior in there for head coach Kerry Wheelhouse and assistant coaches Rachel Arbach and Peyton Gall, the Pierre Governor starting lineups today. The other starting lineup to give to you is the naming of our game officials, and our game officials are the law on the court. We thank them for doing what is very oftentimes a thankless job. Our ladder officials, our net officials, we should say, Jesse Strickers and Brittany Pace, our game officials today, and we've got line judges that'll be there as well. Thanks to all of them for being our law on the court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division. Let's hear from them, and then we will serve this one up when we come back after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Century Business Products is a proud provider of the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to the Pierre School District, backed by 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than your local Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Back in Rapid City at the Red Gymnasium, Nas Gymnasium, Rapid City Central High School. We are set up courtside. We'll have a great view of this one with the live video streaming. From Live Ticket, you can watch it on the KGFX page of drgnews.com and on your DRG News smartphone app. I'm Brian Oakland, along with Caleb Brosick doing camera for us, and Haley Hansen in studio. She'll keep us up and running with technical direction as well. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. Of course, shower activity in the capital city. Of course, a late night of football last night. Governors did get a win over Aberdeen Central 9-6. There was soccer going on today between Pierre and Rapid City Central. I was listening to the boys contest on the way out here, and the last I had heard, there was a 2-0 lead for the Governor boys. The girls' game should be going on right now. Those soccer matches are on River 92.7, and that is why we have put volleyball here on the KGFX AM side of things today. Governors, without having to do laundry, they wear the home whites on the road here today. White jerseys with green numbers and trim. They'll hit from right to left. Rapid City Central in their normally visiting red with the white numbers and silver trim. They will return from left to right. Saturday afternoon. Boy, they filled the crowd, filled the stands up pretty good across the way. Pierre fans and parents and company traveling pretty well here this weekend. Rapid City Central's got a pretty good contingent as well. Governors make their initial changes, and they will serve first. Our first serve coming right up, and Sloan Waldron to do the honors. We'll see if the Governors can pick things up from the performance last night. It was a struggle at Rapid City Stevens. Waldron, though, with a good serve right off the bat. 1, 2, 3, and just across. Scrambling for the Cobblers. Here's the first hit for the Governors, and that one is dug up by Rapid City Central. A deep push the other way, and that one just a little bit long here from the near side. Chloe Shreve unable to get that one down, and Pierre will strike first. Good serve to start. Serving tough is certainly one of the keys to success for the Governors, and that was another one put across nicely by Sloan Waldron, but over on the left side, a little palm punch is good for number 10, Isabel Richard. And the Governors just unable to make the adjustment on that softie. And Richard will serve. She'll bring it on the runner. Played up by the Governors out on the near side, and a good running, swinging kill is in for Marina Bushbaum, a 5'9" junior. So Pierre will strike with their first kill as we've traded points to a 2-1 Governor advantage. Alexa Schleck away out of the front line, out of the back row rather. Madison Novotny out of the front line, and the serve returned right back to the net. And even though it's off the net, Alyssa Lowe is able to hammer it back home. And the Governors out to a 3-1 lead early. This is Lola Kaneholz serving. Another serve back to the net. Governors laid off, and now Central puts it back over, but it's out of bounds on the near side. A miss from J.C. Rubelt, and that was a bit of a scramble as well, so a serve return error, adding to the Governor lead early on, 4-1, and Kaneholz misses this one a little bit low and into the net. Speaking of Lola Kaneholz, brother Lincoln Kaneholz with Ohio State in action in a big game in college football, and right now Ohio State leads in the fourth quarter over Texas 14-0. Of course, Lincoln not the starting quarterback for OSU in that one. Service ace for the Cobblers here as they put their libero in to serve, and Bailey Beard Tripp gets one out of the reach of the diving Governors. It's 3 serving 4 after Pierre had scored 3 in a row. A little clear away by Allie Keys, soft across. Now a good swing for Chloe Shreve, but that's dug up by Kaneholz in the back row. Pierre free balls it back. Another good pass up for the Cobblers, and the back left corner opened up, and Kaylin Ducat will find the spot and put it away. Pierre's 4-1 lead is gone. It's now tied at 4-4. And Bailey Beard will continue in serve. Left to right, she wears the white jersey for the Cobblers. Pierre sets it up outside, but mistimed from the 10-foot line, and Lowe will miss this one just a little bit low, and that will give the Cobblers their first lead. 5-4 now. And another serve coming from Rapid City Central. Here got to get some things going a little bit better. Kaneholz will swing from the back row, but that one sails upward and then long. And suddenly now 5 in a row scored by Rapid City Central. Important for the Governors to stay focused here. Make that first pass. Kaneholz has it up to the setter. Waldron out to the near side, but Lowe misses that. And that set pass just a little bit long. And the Governors are going to need a timeout to try to stop the momentum that they're helping with Rapid City Central right now. Timeouts in our broadcast on the floor as well, brought to you by AgTegra, where acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. So contact your local AgTegra cooperative today. We pause for 30 seconds and we'll be back with more Governor Volleyball on KGFX.
First Dakota has been named South Dakota's best in state bank by Forbes. And while we appreciate the recognition, we don't really plan to celebrate. We'll just keep doing it.
This is beyond.
Being local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our member owners when they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At AgTegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
And this will be a swinging kill for Chloe Shreve. An in-betweener as that one rode up high on Lola Keenholz. Too high to bump, too low to set up. And Ellen Hart will come in and take an opportunity to get some passes up in that back row for the Governors. Shreve pushes one across. Hart on the dive. It's back to the net, and no play out of there for Pierre, and an easy, maybe a gift kill for Chloe Shreve. 13 kills in the 5-set loss to Aberdeen Central last night, but one to watch and one of the taller players up there today. Beard Tripp will go up the far sideline this time, but this time it hooks out of bounds, and that'll be a service miss. And the Governors finally have that serve back after 8 in a row scored to give them a 9-4 lead. Now 5 serving 9. Governor libero Hadley Hart will serve. Lefty is across, and that one a hot shot. And mishandled by the Cobbler back line. There's an ace for Hadley Hart. Here libero wearing the road jersey in black on black today. Got one in to make it 6-9. Here's another one that's played up a little bit better by Richard. Now a cross-court shot, this time missed by Shreve. So error number 3 for the Cobblers to join Pierre in that number as well in that category. 7 serving 9. Hart goes long this time. Put a little bit more on that one. It just didn't have the angle coming down. And it'll be 10-7 as Central takes the serve over again. Brittany Pace, our ladder official. Jesse Stricker's on the floor in front of the scorer's table on the far side. Here is Deja Dudley, a senior setter, coming in to do some serving. Here has to push one out. Good movement, but they didn't get anything on it set up. Dudley keeps a block alive, and a good job there. Here's Paige Sporer swinging, but that one going just a little bit long. Almost got that one down. Sporer just misses, however, and it's 11-7 as Dudley will serve again. And that one sails a little bit long, so the favor somewhat returned. Second error in serve for Rapid City Central. There's Molly Olson back in to serve, 5'6" junior for the Governors. She gets a good line drive across. That's played up by Josie Williamson. Sent back to the Govs side. There's a swing for Waldron, but Dudley is there to dig it back up into the air, and now Central clears out. Olson sets up Sporer near side off of the Cobbler block. Dudley setting this time, and that's a good quick set for Kaylin Ducat, who will put it home out of the reach of Ellen Hart in the back row. Ducat with a couple of kills, 5 overall for Central compared to 2 for the Governors here in this early going, and it's 12 serving 8. One and done that time in serve for the Govs. Hart able to play this one up to Olson, leading to the net, and a tip across by Paige Sporer. Now the Cobblers coming back left side, and this is a miss by Richard. Another whistle here, but it's a substitution. Alexis Schleckaway will check in for Alyssa Lowe. Schleck's turn to serve here, 9-12. Anybody's ball game so far here in the first set. Serve is returned right back, and the Governors will get a put away, even though Cobblers got 3 hands on it, 3 touches. Addison Novotny was able to put that one down with 2 hands. So a misplay of the serve that time for Rapid City Central. Schleckaway serves again. We won't give her an ace on that last one, but, well, of course it wasn't. It came back across. Now Spohr relaxes a little too much and lets that one come down and cannot clear beyond the 10-foot line. It stays in the net. 13-10 to update the score. Rapid City Central with the lead. And here's Carolyn Gray, backup setter, defensive specialist, the junior to serve it across. Good lead pass up front, but Novotny off the net is defended. Now Pierre gets a hand on the swing here, and that'll be a kill for Rapid City Central. They say there was a tip, so I believe that one goes to number 13, J.C. Rubelt. A lot of seniors on this Rapid City Central squad up and down the lineup. We've seen several of them in this game so far. 14-10, and Gray is a little bit long on this serve. So the Cobblers are trying to bring the aggressiveness in that serve. Gray will check out. Libero is back in. That's Bailey Beard-Tripp. And it's Pierre's serve, trailing by 3. 11 serving 14. Paige Spohr, little running jumper. Got some hardware on the knees. Serve return error here. There was a second touch, but miscommunication and no third touch. Again, no ace here, but certainly effective. 5th error for the Cobblers. That one in serve return. 12 serving 14. Pierre hoping for a little bit of a run, but they won't get it. This one goes long. And now the Governors have served 3 of them out of bounds or in the net. 15-12. One long run, and that belongs to Rapid City Central when they went from 1-4 down to 9-4 up. But ever since, we've gone back and forth. No more than 1 or 2 points in serve for either team. Schleckaway plays this one up. The Governors get a swing on it, and the block at the net sends them scrambling right over our scorer's table here courtside, but that is a swinging kill, I believe, for Addison Novotny. That'll be her second. They did give it to, well, they may have given that one to Sloan Waldron, and Waldron rotates back, so that's what they have on the board. Waldron serves strong and keeps this one in bounds and in play. Cobblers ducked underneath it, thought it might have been long, but Sloan Waldron has an ace. Second for the Governors so far here, game number 1. We've got a 1-point contest now, 14 serving 15. Waldron strong across again. This time played up. He'll set up Shreve on the outside left, and that one through the hands of Schleckaway. And Chloe Shreve with kill number 3. I have her with 3. They've got her with 2 on the board. 16-14 now. And Richard back to serve, and this is an ace out of the reach of the diving Marina Bushbaum. Isabel Richard, second ace for the Cobblers. Tosses it up, runs to it, hammers it across. Good play up here for Schleckaway. Power tap with a one-hander, no good for Allie Keys. Schleckaway with a dig on the return. Keys with a full swing this time, but it's off the net, and the Cobblers had an opportunity to keep it in play. They'll send it back again. Left-handed hook, no good. Somebody rattled the net, but we're playing on. And this one needle-threaded as Shreve got it right between 2 Governor defenders. And Chloe Shreve out to a 4-kill first set. The Governors were within 1 at 14-15. Now 3 in a row scored by Rapid City. Free ball on the return of serve this time. Here's a little quick set, and Rapid City swings and scores again. J.C. Rubelt on a good feed from the setter, and the Governors will take their second and final timeout of this first game of play. 19-14, Rapid City Central up by 5. We're in game number 1 of the race to 25. Back after this 30-second Agtegra timeout. Governor Volleyball is on KGFX.
Hey Josie, why so glum, chum? I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Agtegra timeouts, and Agtegra reminding farmers acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Make sure to talk to your local Agtegra cooperative today. Brian Oakland with play-by-play. Late night with the Governor football team last night. We signed off after midnight, but we hit the road at 9:30 Central this morning, and here we are out in the foothills of the Black Hills. Back at it, 19-14 Rapid City Central, but Pierre with Bushbaum on the move just punched it a little bit too far. Hitting error number 6 for the Governors as Bushbaum will play the next serve up. Going to get it back in that back row, but his swing is too short for Alexis Schleckaway. Governors, well, they're trying some different things, but they've just got to make sure to keep their focus and get their execution down. Get in a bit more of a rhythm here as they trail by 7 all of a sudden, make it 8, and this one by Novotny stays low and in the net. Walden tried to back set that one, but 22-14, Rapid City Central on their second biggest run of this opening set. Pierre stays in the back row, and it barely will come across. Central made a pretty good scramble play, but they free ball it back to the Govs. 10-foot attack, and that is, oh my goodness, looked like that was right on the line from this vantage point, but it is just a little bit long, ruled by the floor official on the in the corner, and Ali Key's just a bit long. 23-14. Here comes Bushbaum, and that one's going to miss. Too much on these power taps for the Governors. That's 4 in a row that are hitting errors. And what was 15-14 has become 24-14. It's set point for Rapid City Central. Playing out of the net, they'll tap it across. Pierre with another opportunity, and this will be a Pierre point. Fortunate because the hit went long yet again, but Rapid City Central is in the net this time. And that will end a 9-point run for Rapid City Central. They had an 8-pointer early on in this set to take the lead, and they haven't relinquished it yet. They lead by 9. It's game point number 2 as Lola Kahnholz checks in to serve. Cobbs will play it up. They'll free ball it across with a little miscommunication. Here's a chance down the line, and good on the left-hander for Bushbaum. The setup from Sloan Waldron. Bushbaum with her second kill. Here within 8, 16-24, but one miss, and Rapid City Central will have game number 1. Shreve for the finish. Governors block. It stays in play for the Cobblers, and Lowe tries to put one back home, but that is off the mark, and it's down on the Pierce side. It's a back row kill for Isabel Richard, and our first set has come to an end. We're on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. It's Rapid City Central 25 and Pierre 16. The Cobblers lead 1-0. As we pause for 2 minutes, again, the scoreboard brought to you by Wagner Auto Company, the one place to go. 2 minutes and we go to game number 2. We're back with more Governor Volleyball, your official voice of the Govs, KGFX and DRGnews.com.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Protect what matters most with the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Welcome back to Rapid City Central High School as Rapid City Central takes the first set 25-16 using a couple of long runs. They serve first here in game number 2, and right away an ace from Braylon Vleetstra. She went down the near side, a misplay by Marina Bushbaum, and Central leads 1-0 to start. But the second one stays low and in the net, and the Governors will counter with a rally point themselves. 1-1 now. They didn't put that point on the board yet. And it is Sloan Waldron serving for Pierre. Chloe Shreve is denied, but Pierre getting it back over, and it's out of bounds. Wide on the far side. Good movement there, but the hit just missed. They still have 2-0 Rapid City Central on the board. They did not give Pierre a point yet. And Central will earn another one. JC Rubelt from the middle is good. (3-1). Still 3-0 on that scoreboard, though. Sloan Waldron takes the pass. That's a good setup and a good swing, but Central will dig it out of the back line. Here we'll try to get something set up again. Close to the net, just across on the touch by Allie Keys. Swing this time, and Central will miss long and wide over to the right corner. And they just put a point up for Rapid City Central. Did they say that was a touch? Nope, here is substituting. And they've got, okay, now they've got the scoreboard corrected. It's 3-2. Lola Keenholz in to serve for the Governors. Here from right to left, Central in red, hitting left to right. Keenholz straight up the middle, angling to the right side. Good return. Central gets it up to Shreve, and she'll pull the string and tap it across down into a Governor conglomerate, but nobody able to get to it. And now for serving 2. As Rapid City Central takes that lead. Central has certainly had their struggles the last few years, but when you see them working against Aberdeen Central last night, they went 5 sets, losing 15-10 in the 5th. Well, that's a signal right there to me that this team is certainly going to be a much improved ball club this year. Pierre had another miscommunication, and the ball hit the floor. So it's 5 serving 2, Rapid City in the lead. Bushbaum gets blocked at the net. Pierre's still with it, now cleared away by Hannah Eads, who is on for the first time. Waldron first touch. Eads going to take another swing, and the sophomore gets one through Shreve and down. Hannah Eads, number 14, a sophomore middle hitter. daughter of head coach Kerry Wheelhouse. Some good punch on that swing. 5-3 to update the score. Hadley Hart serves for Pierre. And now there's a touch, according to the other side official. The official to the right said it was out of bounds, but the official to the left. The line judges have swapped spots here. I find that interesting, but that will be a kill for presumably Chloe Shreve, who would have been out on the left side. Deja Dudley in to serve for Rapid City Central. Pierre's going to scramble. They'll get it across. It almost hit the scoreboard up above, but it stays off of that. It would have been ruled out of bounds had that been the case. Here comes Bushbaum swinging, but that one just a little bit short and in the net. The error numbers for Pierre really starting to mount. They had 10 in that first set, and they've got 3 so far here in the second, and they trail 7-3. Dudley serving left to right. Played up, Sporer with a good reaction to get it back in play and even cross the net. Now the Governors get a block touch. Sporer ready to swing off the 10-foot line, and that one gets through Isabel Richards, and Paige Sporer will score her first kill of the day. Important for the Governors to get some runs going here now when they've got the serve. Molly Olson is on to do the honors. Bushbaum checking out of the front line. Dudley will run down the pass, set it up. Just a free ball back though, as Olson sets up Sporer, and this one ruled on the line. I thought maybe Sporer gets a call on this one that Pierre didn't get in that first set, so it all comes out in the wash, so to speak. But Sporer with her second kill, and the Governors starting to get a little more aggressive on some of these swings. That's good to see. Free ball back. The second touch is over from Molly Olson, and the server, or the setter, will get a kill. Molly caught the Cobblers off guard that time, and she is back to serve again. Pierre with 3 unanswered, and it's 6 serving 7. Olson down the far sideline. Swing here. The Governors get a block, but they cannot get a cover up to keep it off the floor. And this is a kill for number 7, Josie Williamson, her first of the day. Actually, they have her with 2 now up on the board. Williamson serves 8-6. Rapid City in front. Olson setting up outside. Waldron couldn't get much on it. Now Dudley sets up in the middle for Kaylee Ducat. Sporer will try, but miss on the cross quarter. And it's 9-6, Rapid City with the point. Central going again. Among other things, we can keep tabs on scores of Aberdeen and Rapid City Stevens. They're going on across town. Here with another block touch. Nice reach by Keenholz to keep that one alive, but Pierre has to free ball it out. And here come Ducat and the Cobblers again. The Governors are in the net, but Ducat's swing is down anyway. We'll give her the kill. And suddenly 3 in a row right back to Rapid City Central, and they open up a 4-point advantage again at 10-6. Josie Williamson, good serve this time. Played well by Keenholz, back to the net, and then sent back for a free ball. And then touched up from the middle, but swinging it goes long. Ducat, who's had a pretty good hitting percentage so far in this match, unable to get that one to go. 10-7, the Governors will take the serve back, trailing by 3. Keenholz out of the back row. Addie Novotny back in. Here's a lob serve over from Alexa Schleck away. And the Cobblers do not get a play on that one. That's an ace for Schleck. Back within 2, it's 8 serving 10. Quick point that time. Schleck away puts more on this one. Beard Tripp will play that one up and then out to the left side, down the line. It's good for Richard. Job well done in system that time, returning the serve by Rapid City Central. Bump, set, spike, and they got it to go. Kara Gray is on to serve. Off the bench with a 3-point advantage for the home team. This one played off the net by Spohr to the knees. Here's Novotny off the near side. Good angle back in to the middle back, and Gray didn't expect that one coming. Addie Novotny has her second kill. Pierre spreading the wealth. They've got 5 kills from 4 people total in this second set. One and done for the Cobblers, but one and done for the Governors as Spohr will serve it long. 12 serving 9 coming up for Rapid City Central. And as Dudley checks out of the back row, here comes a new substitution in for the Cobblers. Elsa Tipke was in, maybe for a trip through the front line. But this is number 16, Braylon Vleetstrup. And that one misses low and into the net for the second time in this second set. 12-10, the Governors keeping pace, but once again, hoping to get a little bit of a service rally going, see if they can get a lead, which they haven't had since they led that first set 4-1. Shreve will miss low and into the net. There was a good blocking presence this time also by Novotny for the Govs. Third error for the Cobs in this second game. It's Waldron to serve, 12-11. 11 serving 12 to be precise and specific. Staying on the floor at the 10-foot line. Shreve will clear it away. Pierre will free ball it back, however. Up front, middle hit, and that is Rubelt, who was unable to keep it in play. That one missed on the far side, and we are knotted up at 12-12. Take it back, the Governors did lead 5-2. No, they did not. They have not had a lead in this second game yet. Until now, a service ace misplayed by the Cobblers. And Waldron will collect that one, and now Rapid City Central will take their first called timeout of the day. Timeouts again from Agtegra. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative when you get the opportunity. Governors lead the second set, 13-12. Cobblers lead the match, 1-0. We're back in 30 seconds with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Xander Auto Parts.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Timeout. Waldron serves a little bit long. And we're tied up at 13, halfway through our second game of play today. Soft one across by the Governors. Shreve will stay on the floor to push it back. It's Waldron then to Hadley Hart with a bump pass, and the miss here for Allie Keys. Timing of the jumps has been difficult so far today for the Governors. I can go out on a limb and say they're playing a little bit better today than they did at Stevens last night. But they still have work to do. Marina Bushbaum on the near side will get a left-handed tap down and out of the reach of the Cobblers. So Marina with her third of the day to lead the Governors. 14-14. Keenholz off the bench to serve and play through the back row again. That's a good shot up the middle, but Beard Tripp will make a good pass. Now the swing off the net. Good keep alive for Hadley Hart, and there's Allie Keys, who gets one down in the middle on the Cobblers side. So Keys is first of the day. Talk about Pierre spreading the wealth. There are now 8 different Governors with at least 1 kill today. Pierre has the lead back at 15-14 in the second. Keys gets one to Waldron, a left-hander by Bushbaum on the far side. Now Cobblers have it back, and Chloe Shreve taking the full cut this time. And that one is down in the back row for the Governors, for the Cobblers, and we're tied up again, 15-15. Central won the first one, 25-16. Using 2 long service rallies, one early, one late, of 8 and 9 points respectively. 15-15, a good one going here. Pierre trip on to serve, the libero. Pierre swings but is blocked, and Keys almost miscommunication again, but Keys is able to get it away. Shreve pushes it back. Here's Bushbaum to Waldron, across to the near side. Keys taps it again. Hit up high, and now we've got a loose ball at the net, tapped across by the Cobblers, and the Governors collide, but Hart keeps it alive, and then it's cleared out. Shreve again. This one is on the line, far side for the kill. Here at 2 players, including Hadley Hart, the libero, who was trying to get to the ball, but they collided, and that interrupted any rhythm they had in that sequence, and the Cobblers get the point, leading 16-15. Here's Eads swinging, but this is an ace block for Kaylin Ducat of Rapid City Central, and that'll give the Cobblers a 17-15 lead. We've got a timeout taken here by the Pierre Governors. Another Agtegra break in the action as we step aside for 30 seconds. We'll be back with more Pierre Governor Volleyball on KGFX.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Getting ready to head out to the game or getting back afterwards? DJ Senix is a must before or after your travels. DJ Senix has a great selection of hot and cold snacks. They're second to none for your choice of hot or cold beverages too. And when you're heading out, be sure to fuel up with quality from the pumps at DJ's with 3 different grades. Back late? No problem. DJ's features pay at the pump convenience 24 hours a day. DJ Senix, 507 West Sioux in Pierre. Your choice for quality service and selection.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
The Governors return it back to the net, but it hits the antenna on the far side. And Bailey Beard Tripp has her second single of the afternoon. 18-15 now. Keenels will play this one up to Waldron. Good swing here, and Hannah Eads will get the kill as Rapid City Central blocks it back. But out of bounds. Second for Eads in this second set. 18-16, Central leads as Pierre is back within 2 now. With that rally point, that's a good quick comeback, however. And Ducat with her 4th. Pierre got a touch on that, and then it ricocheted away from Hadley Hart, make it a 19-16 contest. And it's Dudley back on to serve once again for Rapid City Central. Deja across. Not much on it. The Governors free ball to return. Central will swing from the 10-foot line, but again, collisions. Eads in the way of Hart, trying to keep this one alive, and that'll be an error for the Governors. Their 6th of the set. Central hits the 20-point mark, 20-16 with the 4-point lead. Hart again will get this pass up to Waldron. Bushbaum down the line is defended, and back coming again, and this is Elsa Tipke, a freshman outside hitter. Saw her warming up and swinging pretty well. She gets a good one there, 21-16. The lead to 5 with 4 to go in this second game. as Central tries to take a 2-game lead. Bushbaum, again, relaxation. That's a bad thing in sports. If you're going to relax, you want to settle in and get comfortable, but never relax. That makes you complacent, and that has bit the Governors a couple of times today. 22-16, that one stayed in the net. Hart will pass it up again. Waldron with a bump pass back to Hadley Hart. Gets it out of there with a left hand, and now Central with some miscommunication in the back row, and Hadley Hart will pick up a kill from the back row. 22-17 now. Again, work to do for the Governors. That was 4 in a row for the Cobblers. Molly Olsen's serve. Pierre Tripp will play it up to Dudley. It's punched out by Tibke. The Governors have an opportunity to get in system. There's one down. Right side swing and kill this time for Sloan Waldron. Here with a bit of offense, but again, still trailing by 4 in the later stages of the second set. 18 serving 22. Central in system this time, but they pull the string and tap it across. Pierre able to play it, but a free ball back. Cobblers again. Swinging this time, Ducat. Pierre with a good block. Paige Sporer will swing it out of there from the floor, and this time Tibke will score again off of the Sporer block. Couldn't get it to ricochet up in the air, and Elsa Tibke coming to life here in this second set. 23-18, Rapid City Central leads. And serving is Josie Williamson. That one had a vapor trail on it, but played up into the air. Pierre able to clear it out. Swing this time, and this will be a Pierre point as the swing by Ducat was pinned against the net and never was touched by the Governors, hitting error number 5 for Rapid City Central in the set. 23-19. Rapid City in the lead. Schleck away on to serve for the Governors. Beard Tripp plays it up, and this one is let go by the Governors, and that is long by Ducat. Substitution for Pierre as Keenholz is out, adding Novotny back in. 23-20 for the first time this season. The Governors have scored 20 in a set. If they want more, they want to get to 25 first here. Novotny is off the Ducat block and down for a kill. Addison Novotny for 3 on the day. 23-21. Governors are back within 2. Scoring 3 in a row. And Schleck away, net serve. It'll spin across. Tibke gets it out of there. Olsen will set it up. On that first touch, good swing by Sporer, but a nice diving dig for Williamson. Second touch, Olsen is good. No, it's Waldron. Sloan Waldron's 3rd kill of the day. And the Governors on their best roll of the afternoon, and maybe their best one of the season so far. 4 in a row, they're back within 1. It's 23-22. The Cobblers take their final Agtegra timeout of game number 2. A quick step aside, 30 seconds, and we're back to finish this one. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
At Dakota Behavioral Health, we offer comprehensive mental health services, including medication management. With offices in Pierre and Winter, we provide in-person and telehealth appointments to fit your schedule. Whether you're managing anxiety, depression, stress, or other concerns, our compassionate team is here to help. We are currently accepting new clients, so take the first step toward better mental health today. Call Dakota Behavioral Health at 605-702-6769 or visit dakotabh.com to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Keeps one in play here. Ducat will swing, and that one hits the scoreboard up top. It was a good keep alive by Sporer, but as she kept it alive, it hits the scoreboard up above and then crossed the net. That'll be a kill for Kaylin Ducat. It should be. I've got her with 5. Tough break for the Governors. And now game point for Rapid City Central. The Governors track the serve from Carolyn Gray, and it goes a little bit long. Gray, a serving specialist, but she'll check out. Libero's back in, and the Governors will live to fight another point here. Game point number 2, though, still for Rapid City Central. Here is Paige Sporer. That's a cross, back to the net. It stays on the Cobblers' side. They'll punch it away. Now a chance for the Govs, and Allie Keys is good. Off of that central block, straight down. The Governors have fought to an even or deuce situation here at 24-24. See if the Govs can claw back in front here. Paige Sporer, no, it's low and into the net. Third miss in serve for Paige. Hadley Hart will come back on for defensive purposes. And the Cobblers have their third game point coming up. They lead 25-24. You got to win by 2. And the otherwise race to 25. Tibke is out. The server will be Vlietstrup with the left hand. And this one goes long. The Governors with good communication to make sure to track that one past the end line, and we're knotted up again. 25-25. Govs trying to win their first set of the season. They're playing their 8th set overall. And this is Waldron for the ace. Sloan Waldron with a hot shot. Third ace of the day, and Rapid City Central had 2 players playing the I got it, you take it game. And now the Govs have a game point. It's 26 serving 25. Noise behind us from the student body. Another one shimmies across the net. Rapid City Central with a good play. That was a great first pass. I believe it was Beard Tripp. And then J.C. Rubelt able to hammer it down through the Governor block, and we'll play some more. 26-26. Governor's game point is fought off. Even situation again. Here's a swing off the block and down, and Allie Keys starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with her swing of late. Schleckaway is out. Now Hannah Eads back in, the sophomore. Here with their second game point. Here in this second set, it'll be Keenholz on to serve in place of Novotny, who comes out of that front line. 27-26. Got a good one going this time around. Keenholz, no, it's in the tape and it stays on the Pierce side. Boy, if that one is a half-inch taller, it probably spins across and maybe falls on the Cobblers side, but it's a Cobbler rally point. And it's 27-27. Rubelt checks out. Beard Tripp is on to serve. Bushbaum taps in the middle up front. Vlietstra runs down the pass, and we've got Pierre into the net. Bushbaum doesn't agree, but Jesse Strickers makes the call. It's 28-27. It happened right in front of him on that far side, and the Cobblers are back in front now, 28-27. This will be their 4th set point here in game number 2. And we've got a discussion of on the far side. I think Reese New wants to make sure she's in the right rotation here, even though they've already had a serve in this rally. Carolyn Gray is going to, well, she came back in to be subbed in for, and Kaylin Ducott will be back in up front. That was a Rapid City service point, but at any rate, they have a 28-27 lead, set point number 4. The Governors need this one coming back. Eads with the swing, and it's good. Bump, set, spike. Job well done for the Governors. Hannah Eads showing some consistency in her swing in this second set. She's got 3, and the Governors fight off another game point. We're knotted up at 27-27. Free ball across. Here's Waldron. She'll leave it with Bushbaum. Tapper is over, and no play for Rapid City Central. You can count it. It wasn't a real pretty point for the Governors, but they will certainly take it, and they've got set point number 4 now. 29-28 Pierre here in the second. Good serve by Hadley Hart. Beer Tripp makes a nice pass up front. Shreve takes the swing. Dug up by Waldron. Here is Sporer, and that's out of bounds, and that one hits the antenna here on the near side. Pierre thinking they had the point, but they're going to discuss. So I didn't really see it, as the ladder official is right in front of me. It was ruled out of bounds. The question is, who was the last to touch it, and they're going to replay it. One school of thought was that Sporer was the one who hit the antenna with the ball. The other school says it was the block of Rapid City Central that hit the antenna. So play it over, 29-28. And it's a service ace for Hadley Hart. And the Governors win their first set of the season on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. In the second, it's Pierre 30, Rapid City Central 28. And this match will be knotted up at a set apiece. 1-1 on the scoreboard, brought to you by Wagner Auto Company in Pierre, the one place to go. Governors looking good. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back for game number 3. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball, your official voice of the Govs, KGFX, and the stations of DRG Media Group.
Fentanyl is a power.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a re-carpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start-stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierre, South Dakota.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our
Back
website.
to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Tuesday night, swept at Rapid City Stevens last night. Rapid City Central won the first one today, 25-16, but the Governors, after being down by as many as 6 at one point, 22-16, and then down 23-18 as the Cobblers crawled closer and closer to the 25 spot, but the Governors fought off a big deficit. Both teams had 4 game points in that game, but it's the Governors on a service ace by Hadley Hart to get that 30 spot, and they win at 30-28. Caleb Brozick said, you don't have to be the first to 25, sometimes you just have to be the first to 30, as long as you're keeping pace. 30-28, the 2-point win this time for the Governors, who will have the first serve as we'll go to game number 3. And it'll be Waldron. with a net serve, a burner right off the top of the tape. Free ball coming back from the Cobblers. It's first to Hart, then Waldron. Now the swing and kill is good for Allie Keys. Key for the Governors, obviously, is to stay focused and once again keep right now keep this momentum going, as they built some good momentum in the tail end of that last set. There's another burner off the net and a great pancake effort to keep it off the floor by the Cobblers, who clear it away. Keys taps across. Vleetstra covers it up. They'll get a push pass from left to right, near to far, and 1, 2, 3, and it's over. And a great touch by Keys in reaction. But the Cobblers were still there, and they'll still play. Now Bushbaum has it across, and a good swing. Collision in front of us. There's another great hustle play. Josie Williamson clears it out. We play on. Novotny takes a swing, and no third touch this time for the Cobblers. A well-played point on both sides, but Addie Novotny will score for the Governors. That was hustle all around. You got to tip your hat to both teams in their efforts for just 1 point there. Govs lead 2-0. Waldron with another hot shot. She continues to stay up that right alleyway, and Pierre is in the net, but a hot shot down for J.C. Rubelt, her 5th. Big stat for the Govs in that second game. I had them at 16 kills. They haven't even come close to that number in any set. In fact, all last night. Coach Kerry Wheelhouse said they only had 15 kills the entire 3-set match. I don't know that they even had that many in the Tuesday night loss at Watertown. Govs had a 2-0 lead. Rally point to Rapid City. Now a miss from the right side for the Governors. That goes long, and we're tied up 2-2. Bushbaum pushes one away, and that one through the hands of Vleetstra off of the diving attempt. A new libero in for Rapid City Central. It's Reagan Page. She's a sophomore. She was ready to dive and lay out to make a play on that one, but it was deflected away, and I think that was, as I try to recall, I think that was Bushbaum with the kill. 3-2 Govs. Here's Rubelt, good swing. Keenols lays out and gets a dig, but there is no play for the Governors as they cannot get it across. 3-3 here in the third. Match tied 1-1. And this will be Paige, the sophomore. We were just talking about her, new libero in. And she will serve. Rubelt is out of the front line. Keys plays it up. Waldron leaves it with Hannah Eads. That's blocked back. Eads will send it across on the tap again. Good body control there. Williamson returns, but it's Keenols up to Sloan Waldron. Not much on it for the Govs this time. Here's a block by the Governors up front to deny Ducat, but still back over to the left side for Rapid City Central, and a push by Williamson is off of the Bushbaum block and down for the Cobbler point, and they have their first lead of the third set, 4-3. Hart with the play up of the serve, power push here by Allie Keys, and now pushed back for the Cobblers. Bushbaum will bump one up. Keys has to bump it across on a free ball. Vleetstra this time to Ducat, who keeps it alive off of the block. And another long volley, but it'll come to an end here as Chloe Shreve, leading scorer in this match, gets the stopper. Stopper to a long volley, but it'll continue the rally itself here for Rapid City Central. 5 serving 3 now here in the third. 3 in a row scored by the Cobs. Keys somehow makes a play, but Eads tries to tap one over. Tried to get a downward swing on that, but hit it right into the net. Third error for the Governors in game 3, and that's the difference right now. 6 serving 3, Rapid City. Left to right, across. Keenols with a good pass, and another one missed, this time by Bushbaum. Communication misfiring a little bit, but also that set out of the reach a bit of Marina Bushbaum. 7-3, the lead growing a bit for Rapid City Central. Keys plays this one up. Now another swing for Eads up on the near side. Pierre thinks that one might have been touched, but it may not have been. They won't get that call. Rapid City with 8 points so far here in this third set. 5 errors by the Governors to add to the cause, though. 8 serving 3. Reagan Page continues to serve away. Eads had to collect herself and adjust, and the Governors will need a timeout here. Another misfire for the Govs, and Rapid City Central suddenly leading this third set 9-3. A timeout in our broadcast. It's brought to you by Agtegra. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and be back with more Pierre Governor Volleyball on KGFX.
And apply for a loan when it's most
Back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
We make
Press
getting
Box.
loan approval
Owyhee Federal
fast and
Credit
easy.
Union, where they treat
Our
you
local
like you own
lenders
the
are
place,
available to
because
assist
you
you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Welcome
Your
back to the
hometown
Owyhee
credit
Federal
union
Credit
since
Union Press Box.
1955.
Owyhee Federal Credit
Federally
Union,
insured
where
by
they treat you like you own the
NCUA.
place, because you do.
Your equipment is working overtime in the summer heat, but can your part...
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Potential for you farmers straight from the start. Contact your Agtegra cooperative today. 9-3, we'll get back to it. Rapid City Central on a bit of a roll. Pass by Keenholz up close to the net. Waldron tried to keep it alive. She sent it over, but it's out of bounds on the far side. And again, only 3 points earned by Rapid City Central in this third set so far, but they lead 10-3. That's 7 errors for the Governors, and at least 4 in a row, if not 5. Loose ball at the net, though. Bushbaum tried to put it away, but Reagan Page was there to keep it off the floor, and now the Governors let one go. And the call is inbounds. And they'll give it to Ducat. Keenholz came over to try to cover that one up, but tracked it. I think even after she let it go, I think she thought it was out of bounds, but it was ruled in. Service error this time for Richard, I believe it was, after Page's turn-in serve came to an end. It is forced, no, that was still Page to end the rally. Hadley Hart serves, but Chloe Shreve will swing and score. And a quick one and done there for the Governors. It's 12 serving 4, Rapid City Central. Central went 5 with Aberdeen Central last night. They alternated. In fact, the first 7 sets of their season, including the 2 played against Pierre, they've alternated. Loss, win, loss, win. There's a kill that's good. And it's Ducat in the middle once again for Rapid City Central. Well, Pierre, I'll be honest, the thing I was wondering is how would they respond after a set victory in the second set here in the third? Would they keep the momentum going, or would they maybe lose some wind out of their sails? Right now, I think the latter is the case, although they will get a rally killer from Hannah Eads up front. She'll swing and score. Hannah's 4th kill so far. Pierre's got a hill to climb as they trail 13-5. Ball up in the air, cleared across. Alicia Dudley back in there setting up, and the back set outside to Elsa Tipke. Tipke gets the angle back, and she gets it to go. It's 14-5. The Governors having a hard time getting service rallies going here in this third game. Williamson with a good serve. Waldron puts it across. Page is there to cover that up, though. And one touch here for the Governors. Not enough. And it is Isabel Richard with her 4th kill of the day. 15-5. Rapid City Central looks like they have righted the ship a little bit here in this third set from the troubles they had back in game 2 in closing that one out. Waldron adjusting. Palms one across. They get it right back. Olsen to Waldron, and right in the middle, Hannah Eads will swing and score again. Point to the Governors as Eads checks out, and Schleckaway is back in to serve for Pierre. 6 serving 15. And Schleckaway, little backspin on it. Does get it across and bumps that spike. Good enough here for Kaylin Ducat again. She's having a productive trip through the front line now for Rapid City Central, but she will check out. Kara Gray back on to serve. 16-6. This is not Gray. This is Abby Conroy, a senior off the bench for the first time. Conroy left to right. Good serve. Gets it across. Played by Paige Spoor. It's back to Spoor, but a bump away. It's a free ball back to the Cobblers. Swing in the middle here, and too much on that one from J.C. Rubelt. That is the first hitting error for Rapid City Central here in this third set. By contrast, the Governors have 7. 16-7 to update the score. Sporer serves. Good shot that time. Played up and out by Richard. Hannah Eads with Allie Keys with a swing off the net. Pierre gets a block coming back. Still on the Cobblers side. Rapid City will not clear the net this time. So the block presence of the Governors at least giving the Cobblers something to think about. And the Governors with a service point. They came from behind to take the second set. We'll try to do the same thing here in the third. Free ball on the return by Rapid City Central. You're setting it up outside Keys. No, it's Waldron. Sloan Waldron, the 5'7" senior, getting one off the block and to go. 3 in a row for the Governors, back within a touchdown now, 9 serving 16. Sport, right to left, goes straight up the middle that time. Richard swings it out of there. Sporer will get a dig. Now Waldron has to back off, and this one is off the net, and it touches the pin on the far side. This time I think that will be going against Pierre. Sometimes these Governor hitters, they want to get up and swing, but too many times they've got to stay on the floor and make adjustments, and then you don't get the swing or the touch across that you really are hoping for. Here's Olsen setting up Addie Novotny. That's dug out of the back line. Pierre doesn't get a touch on this attack by Rapid City Central, though. It stays on the Cobbler side. Pierre will get the point. Now 10 serving 17. As Marina Bushbaum checks back in up front. Sloan Waldron is back to serve. Molly Olsen out, playing primarily back row only. Keys pushed one back. Cobblers return. Good dive this time by Schleckaway. Hart clears it away, barely. And a block here for the Governors. That's an ace block. Bushbaum in the area, so is Novotny. And we'll go with Novotny on that one. Hard to tell exactly who got that point. Could be a double block. Why don't we go double block on that one, Brian? Half for Bushbaum, half for Novotny. Now a net serve that spins across, and Sloan Waldron gets a service ace. Sloan has 4 now. By the way, that block on the previous point, the first block point for the Governors all afternoon long. We're in the third. It's 12 serving 17. The match is tied at a set apiece. Pierre won the second, 30-28. Chloe Shreve, though, up high, and she'll swing it down. Chloe, a 6-footer, has her 11th kill of the day. Easily the match leader. 18-12. Cobblers have it back to serve. Lead of 6. It's now 7, but they have led by 10 in this match. This is Richard with an ace as that one dies down in front of Bushbaum. Here it's 19-12. They'll go back to Bushbaum's direction. Good pass up this time. Novotny half-hearted on the return swing, but she's back defensively, and this time it is an ace block solo for Addie Novotny. A pair of block points now of late for the Governors here in this third set. 19-13 as Eads checks back in to play the front line. Novotny out, Keenholz in to serve. It's Schleckaway also out of the back line in place of Hannah Eads. Or being replaced by Hannah Eads. Ooh, Keenholz makes a play on a high ball. Got a finger on it. Shreve gets a gift kill. That one was destined to go long. One and done for the Govs again, and it's 20, serving 13. Reagan Page serving. Bailey Beard-Tripp had been doing the libero honors, but she's back in a red jersey on the bench right now. And this one with Eads missing long. Will be error number 9 for the Govs. Of course, we didn't cover the match last night, don't know the error totals, but right now compared to the Governors' first match in Watertown Tuesday night, they were fairly clean in that match, but they are committing errors here on a regular basis this afternoon, and now a service ace for Reagan Page will send us to a timeout. Governors will take their second and final of this third game. 22-13 our score. Rapid City Central 3 away from going up 2-1. This is an Agtegra timeout. Governor Volleyball on KGFX.
Up at Grossenberg, we're rolling out our August filter sale so you can stock up and keep your machines running smooth. Now, through the end of the month, save 16% on John Deere and Fleet Guard filters to help your machines finish the season strong. Partner up with us and stop by your nearest location or visit grossenberg.com to take advantage of this deal while it lasts.
What if we said a bank isn't a place...
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place. Because
1060 KGFX Pierre, rebroadcasting on K276 GT 103.1 FM for Pierre. Stay alive, don't text and drive.
Welcome back to Nas Gymnasium at Central High in Rapid City. The Cobblers have rolled it up again and are in danger of going up 2-1 here. 22-13. We're in the third set. And a block this time for the Cobblers, as Shreve is there to deny a power punch by the Governors. Chloe Shreve having a ball game here. 23-13 now. These ball girls, we'll have to teach them some bowling lessons here as they threw a ball right into the tripod from Kaylin Brozick. There's a service error now for Page to end the threat, but it's still 23-14, and Hadley Hart will try to spearhead another Governor comeback. That won't last. Chloe Shreve will send the Cobblers to set point at 24-14. Deja Dudley coming back on to serve for the set. Elsa Tipke also in up front for the Cobblers. 24 serving 14. Dudley, good line drive across. Hart plays it in the back row. Sporer has to free ball it back. Dudley with a setup for Ducat, and this is a lift out of the block. Actually a good play by Paige Sporer. And that was a block for Page. Ruled a lift on the return. Point to the Governors, 15 serving 24 as they fight off one game point. Oh, and now the follow through here by Eads takes her into the net. A hitting error is going to end game 3 in favor of Rapid City Central, and on the Wagner Auto scoreboard rather, it is Central 25 and the Governors 15. Rapid City Central leads now 2-1. Scoreboard from Wagner Auto Company and Pierre, the one place to go. As we pause for 2 minutes, we're halfway through our match now. Halftime in KGFX broadcast brought to you by CHS, serving cities throughout Central South Dakota. We're back in 2 minutes to go to the fourth. You're listening to to Pierre Governor Volleyball on KGFX and drgnews.com.
Lockup money. It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Corn acres and soybean fields that have white mold or sunflower cropping history to protect them from disease. We also need to take advantage of this weather using a few products that we have to push those plants for a few extra bushels. If pushing yield or protecting your acre from disease is on your mind, please contact your local CHS agronomist for more information. We're always here to help at CHS River Plains.
We'll go to the fourth. Welcome back to Rapid City Central. Hi, Brian Oakland, play-by-play. Justin is Caleb Brozick on camera for live ticket. Haley Hansen in studio as well. Rapid City Central now up 2-1 after winning that third one, 25-15. But the first serve of the fourth set stays in the net. The miss by Braylon Vleetstra. And Pierre will take the serve, and it's Sloan Waldron's turn with a 1-0 lead early on. Governors, of course, will try to stay alive in this fourth game, but Chloe Shreve has other ideas. 5 kills in that third set. Now a first one here in the fourth. That's 14 on the match so far for Chloe Shreve. And she continues to make plays. Trading points so far and side outs. It's 1 serving 1. Bushbaum will play the next serve up. Swing for Keys, but that one cross court from right to left will miss it. Cubs would love to have a game where those errors just don't add up the way they have been so far in this match. They've gone 10, 7, and 10 errors in those first 3 contests here. Allie Keys in a scramble power tap down the line. That's good. And she'll score her 5th kill of the afternoon. Here maybe looked like the Governors had a little bit of communication breakdown in their substitutions. And Jesse Strickers is right on top of that. They will have a rotation violation, but even then, Carrie Wheelhouse is trying to verify who's who and who's where. So there was that communication or that confusion with the rotation. Keenholz came in to serve, but it may not have been her spot to serve. And even when she came in, there was again, question about who was supposed to be subbing in. I saw Peyton Gall, assistant coach, on the sideline saying, you got to go now, you got to go. You're up there and you've been led into the match. This is always, to me, this has to be the toughest thing about officiating high school volleyball. There's a lot of fast-paced play, and sometimes you really don't know who's getting a touch at the net, who's in the net, things like that. But the guys who can keep the rotation, and the gals who keep the rotation in order somehow, as Mr. Strickers is directing traffic now, he's getting everybody in the right spots where they're supposed to be on that Pierre side as they play the Jeopardy theme here at Nas Gymnasium. And now Pierre is going to be ruled as being in rotation, but it's not where they want. They've got, among others, Lola Keenholz, who is lined up in the front line for now. Updating the score, it's 3-2 though, after that error for the Governors. Rapid City leading, Reagan Page served, she'll get it back. Shreve does not stay out of the net. Had to come up from a long way back. And she'll rattle that with the backside, and that'll be a point to Pierre. And now the Governors will have their rotation where they want it. But Carrie Wheelhouse, again, sensing more trouble. She'll get a timeout in here. It's 3-3. They have to burn one. An Agtegra timeout. Agtegra reminding farmers that acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your Agtegra cooperative today, and we'll be back in 30 seconds with more of Game 4. Govs down a set here in Rapid City on KGFX.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
In the West, at home, it was Pierre Governors Soccer taking on Rapid City Central. They get a boys and girls sweep. The girls, or rather the boys, get a 4-0 shutout. The girls, who were down, according to Justin Cowart, 2-0 with 8 minutes to play in that game. They get 3 goals in the final 8 minutes. And they stun Rapid City Central with a 3-2 victory. Governor boys are 2-2 and 2, I think, on the season now. Governor girls, who did not get their game in with Stevens last night, they have 5 matches played, and I believe they're 3-1 and 1, if I'm recalling correctly. So out of the Agtegra timeout, the Governors are still trying to get people in the right spots in their rotation. We've got a 3-3 tie. The Governors got their first set victory of the season back in the second set here today, 30-28, but it is Rapid City Central leading 2-1, and the 2 sets Central has won have been by comfortable margins. And they get a point here as Josie Williamson will get up in the air, swing and score from the left side of the front line. So the Cobblers back in front. It'll be 4 serving 3. Deja Dudley in off the bench to send one away, left to right. Dudley stays on the floor with the serve. Bushbaum plays it off the shoe tops. Paige Sporer with the swing. It's blocked right back, and now Bushbaum retreating and sending it away with a left hand. Here comes Williamson again off the Governor block, but Waldron is there. Bushbaum up in the air, hooks it back across, and a bad set pass out to the near side. Elsa Tipkeek tries to make the adjustment but cannot make the play, and Pierre will have the rally point back. 4 serving 4, Molly Olson. The 5'6" junior on to serve. Olsen goes up the right sideline, far side. And this one is just a little bit long on the attempt by Williamson here on the near end. 3 errors for the Cobblers, helping the Governors to a 5-4 lead in the set. They had only 3 errors the entire third set, which they won 25-15. Governors get a good block, defended in the back row. Hot shot here, and this one's going to come off the basketball structure on the side of the court. It stays on the central side, and they're able to play it. Waldron will take a swing off the net, and it's out of bounds. So the miss for Waldron, third error for the Governors, and now 5-5. If you hit the ceiling structures and it stays on your side, the ball's still in play. If it hits something up above and goes across the net, then it is ruled out of bounds. Waldron, hot shot again. This one blocked right back by Ducat. Waldron sends it back, and then Ducat keeps it alive. Now it's back to Pierre again. Waldron on the right side is good. Williamson was up there, or Richard rather. Just said Keenholz for the kill. That's not true. That was Waldron who got the swinging kill, and it's 6-5 Governors. One and done for Central. They'll play this one up. Tipke punches it back. Keenholz is there. To Olsen. Power tap for Allie Keys. No good. Richard left side swings down low. Go the Governors. A good run down for Keys meanwhile. That was Sporer getting low for the dig. Tapper is across. Pierce in the net. Hannah Eads trying to defend, and that'll be an error for the Governors. Although I think that little tap would have been down for a kill for Rapid City Central anyway. So now 6-6 as we trade points. Back and forth, and Abby Conroy getting some serving opportunity here in this fourth game. Keenholz misplays, and she saw Hart out of the corner of her eye, looking like she was going to make a play for it as well. So this is an ace for Abby Conroy off the bench. 7th ace of the day for Central. And I've got Pierre with 7 service aces. This one's going to go upward and outward. So Conroy got an ace, but she'll give one back. And it is 7-7. Fourth set still playing to 25, even though the Governor victory in set 2 went well beyond the 25-point barrier. He got a win by 2. They won it 30-28. Tipke through the block. Got a nice keep alive by Allie Keys as it was coming down, but a two-hand push goes too far by Waldron. Point again to the Cobblers, and it's 8 serving 7. As this side out will bring a rotation and another substitution. Tipke out, it's Vleetstra, who was listed as the starting setter. Back in, good line drive serve with the left hand, and this is Keys getting up, and they rule it long, but nobody agreeing with Pierre when they ask if that ball was touched. That's another hitting error, now 9-7. Cobblers playing for the match and what would be their first victory of the season. Of course, they just started last night with a 5-set loss to Aberdeen Central. Vleetstra keeps one in the net. Aggressive server, but I do have her at 5 service errors today. 9-8, Cobblers lead. It was a hard serve for Waldron. The running jumper, but that one will sail long as she misses for the second time. She does have 4 aces today to lead the Govs. Should be 10-8 now. Yep, now they've got that point up. As Isabel Richards served it away, Governors return. Free ball back by Ruppelt. And now a little tapper down. Good for Addison Novotny for the Governors. Here staying within 1. As we have a 10-9 ball game, 4th set. Sporer back into play up front. Hadley Hart serving away. From right to left, Shreve takes a hack, and this is blocked by the Governors. 1-2 back away from the net. The third one pushed back to Pierre. Bump pass, letting Sporer get up in the air and take a swing. Didn't get a lot on it, though. Shreve across the way. And a nice one-hander by Marina Bushbaum. cleared by Pierre again. Shreve pushes back. Waldron runs it down. Bushbaum will set up Spoor on the near side. And Paige Spoor, who's been quiet today, will score her third kill of the day, but a set assist this time for Marina Bushbaum. After Sloan Waldron was the first to touch. 10 serving 10 here. Good one going in the fourth set. Shreve on the floor, palms one across. Hart up to Waldron. Bushbaum on the move, taps it back. Shreve again, more on this one, and that is good. Her 15th kill of the afternoon. Central back in front now. It's 11, serving 10. Rapid City making a couple of switches. Conroy out of the back line. They'll bring in Kaylin Ducat back in up front. And the libero, Reagan Page, on to serve. Governor's track. Schleckaway watches it fall just beyond the end line. Another service error for Rapid City Central. Mentioned them with 7 aces now, but their error numbers are high. I've got them at 13. Governors have a smattering of service errors, but just 8 on their end. Keenholz in to serve this time. She'll get the return right back, and a ball that goes up to the top of the scoreboard and does not come down. Scoreboard up above. Well, Lola, you got a little spring on that one. This one will be replayed, as Lola will serve it again. 11-11, and now 2 Cobblers in the back line part the Red Sea, and Lola Keenholz has her first ace of the day. Lola, a senior, giving the Governors the lead back at 12-11, but the next one stays low and in the net. See, we've seen that a lot today. An ace comes up, and the next one with a little more adrenaline, a little more aggressiveness from both teams, but it might stay low as they try to bring the heat with the serve. Deja Dudley on to serve for Rapid City Central. Spoor clears one away off the net. 3 hits not going to be enough to get a return for the Cobblers. And Pierre will score again. They lead 13-12. Rotate again. We're halfway home here in the fourth set. Molly Olsen's turn to serve for Pierre. Steps right up to that service line. Lob serve. Central plays it out and away. Keenholz up to Olsen, then a bump out by Waldron. Right side attack coming here for Elsa Tipke. The Governors defend that pretty well. Now Keenholz from the back line will get it away. Josie Williamson swings. Pierre continuing to block well, and again there's a collision between players. Eads wanted to get set up to attack, but she impeded the progress of Molly Olsen in order to take the pass and try to set her up. Josie Williamson had the last touch. She gets a kill. And now coming back, it's Paige Spoor from the middle with a power tap kill. 14-13. And again, trading points back and forth. Paige Spoor, who lost volleyball and basketball both to a knee injury a year ago with a heavy brace on her right knee. Collision here of the good kind this time. The dig to Molly Olsen. Spoor was going after it as well, but Hannah Eads takes the pass and she'll hook it right back around down into the central campfire. Hannah Eads has her 6th kill, and the Governors lead by 2 at 15-13. Spoor, strong serve right to left. Played up though by Reagan Page. Not much on it from Tipke. Waldron gets it up into the air. The Governors didn't know who was taking charge in that second touch though. And Tipke with the kill. That's her 4th off the bench. Little Little 2-point rally for the Governors comes to an end. They still lead by 1, 14 serving 15. Central brings Conroy back in to serve. Straight up the middle to Keenholz, playing it up. On the run is Keys to push it back with one hand. Richard swings. Molly Olson gets a dig. And Waldron came in to try to make the pass, but Hart was there, and then Keys comes up short. And just like that, Central back to a 15-all tie. Fourth set, the Cobblers lead 2-1. Abby Conroy serves. Might have had a little curve on that one, but played back by Allie Keys. There's a Central block. And then back to the net. This one goes up to the scoreboard and comes straight back down. Another miss by the Govs. Central with 3 in a row now. They lead 16-15 in the fourth. Governor's home opener comes up on Thursday. They'll host the Douglas Patriots at 6:30 at Riggs High Gym. That'll be on River 92.7. And hot shot, Richard down the line. That's in play. Central starting to build that momentum back. No sport other than volleyball has momentum swings the way this one does. Governors have played well so far in this fourth game, but Rapid City Central starting to play a little bit better, and we have a rotation violation again for the Governors. That'll be another point for Central, upping it to 18-15. In the front row of the Governors having to make sure they're in proper positions. 1, 2, 3, not enough. Just as good as an ace, but a serve return error here for Pierre. And once again, 10 errors in the set. Central up 19-15. They've got 6 points to go from their first victory of the season as they lead this one. An Agtegra timeout, sponsored by Agtegra Cooperatives in Central South Dakota. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Tide Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Tide Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Had a long rally in the third game, which they won, and now 6 in a row, looking for more with Abby Conroy. Out of the timeout, Keenholz unable to make the play. Might have taken her eye off the ball a little bit. This will be another ace for Conroy, her second in this now 7-point rally for Rapid City Central. 20-15, a lead of 5 and 5 to go. Keenholz gets this one up in the air, still in the back row. Olson, though, will push it up ahead to Allie Keys. Got something on it. Central makes the play, and then Tipke with a palm punch down into the back line. Ellen Hart will check in as Keenholz with a bit of a struggle there. 21-15, Hart in the back left now. T-4 and counting for Rapid City Central. Last year, I think they only won, I want to say 3 matches or something like that. They've got a lot of matches coming up in the weekend ahead when they go to Gillette, Wyoming for a tournament. Conroy sends one long in serve, so the rally comes to an end. But damage done of 8 in a row to take a 21-15 lead. Now a rally point for Pierre. It's 16 serving 21. And Alexis Schleckaway is on to serve it out. Central with a return and long on the attack. Fifth error for Rapid City Central in this fourth set, 17 serving 21. It was a long rally for the Cobblers, but Pierre's deficit certainly not insurmountable. They already came from behind 22-16 to win one set back in the second, and now an ace here for Schleckaway, cutting it down to a 3-point hill to climb with 21-18, Rapid City Central. Schleckaway across again as Williamson plays it up to Deja Dudley, outside off of the Pierre block this time. Easy call, and Isabel gets the kill. She has 6. Pierre scored 3 straight. They're going to need a quick side out, try to get some more going as they trail 22-18. Braylon Vlietstra into serve, and that one will hook out of bounds as her service struggles continue. 22-19, Pierre back with it. Trailing by 3 is Sloan Waldron, who's had a great day serving, comes on. And that's coming back off of a night of struggles in serve at Stevens last night. This one was a great serve. The return by Shreve is wide of the pin, far side. Serve return error, but again set up by a hot shot from Sloan Waldron. 20 serving 22. Waldron again. Smoke on that one, but Page will play it up. Shreve takes the swing. Hadley Hart is there to dig it up. Bushbaum swings back for the Governors, and it was Vlietstra in the way. Here's Richard swinging and down off the Bushbaum block, and that one ricocheted away from Waldron on the far side. Isabel Richard with 3 kills in this set, 7 on the afternoon, 23 serving 20. Central by 3, Richard on the run, net serve, it's a cross, Hart plays it back to the net. And to put it home with an easy play is Josie Williamson, and Rapid City Central has match point here in the fourth, 24-20. Cubs will play it up here, Schleckaway to Waldron. Bushbaum takes the swing, it's blocked back and just out of bounds. Right down in front of us. And Marina Bushbaum scores a kill. Her 6th. Match point number 2 for Central. Hadley Hart serves, and they are fortunate that Reagan Page made a play on that one, because I believe that one was headed for distance. It's an ace, though, for Hadley. 22 serving 24, match point number 3. Richard has this one. Vlietstra runs it down. It's a free ball on the return. It's Schleckaway to Waldron. The Governors can't get the play. Bushbaum unable to clear the net. A hitting error for the Governors. And that is how this one will come to an end. Well, the Govs had their moments today, but on the Wagner Auto scoreboard, Game 4 goes to Rapid City Central as they defeat the Governors 25-22. Your final score in 4 sets, Rapid City Central winning 3 games to 1 by scores of 25-16, 28-30, 25-15, and 25-22. Central earns their first victory of the season. They are 1-1. The Governors drop their 3rd in a row to start this 2025 volleyball campaign. 3 games to 1, the score. Wagner Auto Company appear the one place to go with the scoreboard. Rapid City Central with the win on their home floor here today. Postgame coming up next, and we'll take a 3-minute timeout. Our postgame will feature a conversation with the head coach. And postgame brought to you by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and in Gettysburg. And we'll talk about big plays of the game. We'll also announce our Bauman Lumber player of the game, all part of our Family Dental postgame. That begins in 3 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball and your official voice of the Governors. 1060 KGFX, 103.1 FM, and drgnews.com.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs. Call Family Dental at 224-7774 today.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archive video of all games, and when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Venture Communications is proud to sponsor high school sports and the surrounding communities by providing world-class service with a hometown touch. Venture Communications has been offering phone service since 1952. Today, Venture provides fiber-to-home service for 100% of their customers, which means super fast internet streaming of your favorite games and much more. Visit VentureCom with 2 M's, venturecom.net for more information or to pay your bill online.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. They make it easy when looking for a new vehicle, getting all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop into Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for all your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Well, a good effort by the Pierre Governors today, but they will come up short in 4 sets. They won their first set of the season back in that second game. A hard-fought battle, 30-28, but Rapid City Central, this is a team that is going to, I believe, make some great strides this season. They've really kind of been at the bottom of the rankings in Class AA the last handful of years, but under Reese New, made some strides last year, really got off to a good start, but a 5-set loss yesterday. They win in 4 here today. And again, they win at 25-16, 28-30, 25-15, and 25-22. Welcome back to Rapid City. Brian Oakland along with you as Pierre got off to a 4-1 start in that first set, but Rapid City Central used a big run of 8 in a row to take a 9-4 lead. And they got a lead that they did not relinquish. It got close, though. Pierre kept pace. After being down by 5, they came back within 1 as late as 15-14. But the fire went out from there, and Central scored 9 in a row as the numbers in the error column started to mount once again for the Governors. The Cobblers got up to a 24-14 lead, and they win it 25-16. So 2 big rallies there for the Rapid City Central Cobblers to win that one by 9. In that second game, it looked like Rapid City was, well, I take that back. Early on, it was 7-3 Cobblers, but the Governors came back with 4 in a row at one point to go from 9-12 down to being up 13-12. Then we went back and forth, but then the Cobblers built a lead again. They had a 6-point advantage at 22-16, only to see the Govs come from behind. And, well, a handful of times they fought off game points. We went extra points, in fact, and it was Pierre on a service ace by Hadley Hart who was able to get that final one, 30-28. The extra points go well for the Governors. They win their first set of the year. And then coming back early on, back and forth, but another big set, big rally to get the Cobblers spearheaded in the third set, and ultimately they go on to win that one 25-15. And as we went back and forth throughout this fourth game, a nip and tuck. The Governors had a 15-13 lead at one point, but then another 8-point rally for the Cobblers, and they were able to use that to their advantage, and they go on for the 25-22 win and a 4-set victory as well. We're joined here courtside by Kerry Wheelhouse, Governor head coach. And Coach, in this one, the girls came out, and I imagine you're more pleased with how they played today compared to last night at Rapid City Stevens. A lot of fire today. There's some good offensive numbers here today, but unfortunately, the one number that keeps staring me in the face is the number of errors that came out today. And sure, you got a lot of balls bouncing, who knows which way, and you've got a lot of adjusting going on the fly. That's still just the one thing I think that you're probably going to want to clean up after today.
Yeah, definitely want to clean up the errors and different stuff. You know, we saw finally some of the stuff that we've been seeing in practice translate out onto the floor. We just have to find that fire all the time, and sometimes I tell my girls we're too smart, we think too much with our brains, and so they just need to go out and play the game that they know they can play.
Try to be too perfect, and that does get you into miscommunication. It gets you into second guessing. There's also times where players start to relax. They think they've got an easy hit across, but relaxation is the enemy of every athlete, and those are the types of errors that are certainly fixable.
Yeah, definitely things that we need to work on, closing up our block and getting that a little bit stronger of a thing for that. We weren't talking at the net like we were supposed to when we were getting ready for blocks, and so not reading each other to go up together, but we did a pretty good job of starting to shut down their middles and different things, but we just got to work on, not floating with them when they're going on to the outside and they're going outside of the court. We tend to try and follow them, and we just need to stay in. So little things that we're going to work on, again, our passing. Back row was doing pretty good. A couple times that we had some mental errors, but we just got to really work on that front row.
Absolutely. So, but there was good things today. I really felt it as this match went along. And again, that third game after you get your first win, kind of got away from you. But really, it was in that second game where you started seeing more action up front. Blocking, I thought, really came on strong. You had a few blocks in the third game, as it turns out. But I think also, 16 kills I've got you for in that second game. That's numbers that you really haven't seen so far this year. So there definitely were some positives to take from this one.
Yeah, we played 1,000 times better today than we did last night. Stuff to grow on, and I keep telling those girls, those building blocks. We started with, our passing was off, and that we couldn't do anything until we got our passing and our serving right. And so, now we've got our passing, so we're going to do that building block onto that. Now we're going to work on our front row and just keep making those steps. These games are important at the beginning of the season, but we've got some really tough competition coming up.
You start doing that, and that's assuming everything else stays consistent while you continue to add on an improvement in something else. I thought, you still, I imagine serving was a problem last night, but not today. I think you served very well today.
Yeah, they served really good today. We had, I don't think Sloan only missed maybe one. So she kind of dialed in her serve. Sometimes we just have those mental errors, and I think last night we just didn't come out with the fire that we needed to, and so they had something to prove today. Pulling some girls off the bench and throwing them in, just making some. We've got to do a better job as coaches of, changing up a look when they start going on that run. I should have called a timeout and switched everything up a little bit earlier in that third set so they didn't get, and then that last set so they didn't get quite the run on us that we needed to. So
I got you at 34 kills overall, 9 different players scoring, at least in that column. So now you've got people who can do things like that. And I'm gonna tout this young Hannah Eads too. I mean, she seems to have a little spring in her step, and once she started getting up there, getting some good swings, then I think I saw Paige Spohr getting a more hop in the step and just more aggressive swinging. Kind of started in that second set.
Yeah, usually when you see one girl kind of get that fire lit up, and really with the game of volleyball, we can't keep setting just one person. We've got to switch it around. So once you get those middles involved, that opens up those outsides a little bit more. So trying to get those middles, figuring out, we have 3 pretty young middles, 2 sophomores, 1 junior, that have never seen the varsity court. Right. And so getting them to get rolling a little bit more, I think we're going to see a lot more out of them. And once we get them moving, then our pins open up.
Okay, well, an improvement today, and now you've got your home opener Thursday against Douglas, and well, that's definitely a team that you want to try to take advantage of. And if you are the favored team, I guess we don't know yet, but you're not going to be favored very often this season. But it's the home opener, so let's go out and put a good performance together.
Yeah,
Thursday
super
night.
excited to have a few days to get some practice put together, so that we can work on some of those stuff. So when Thursday rolls around, we can put a good showing on at home.
All right, we'll look forward to that one, Coach. Good effort today.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming to see us. That's Gary Wheelhouse. Governors, though, falling in 4 sets here at Rapid City Central today. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We got more business to take care of from our Governor sponsors, and we'll be right back with more of our Family Dental post game. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Fall sports are here, and Beck Motor Company is proud to cheer on our local athletes. Just like teamwork on the field or court, you can count on teamwork at our dealership. Whether you're driving a new Chevy Equinox, a tough Chevy Silverado, or keeping your current ride in top shape with our service department, Beck Motor Company is here for all your automotive needs. Good luck to all our hometown teams this season. From your friends at Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. www.beckmotors.com, 605-224-5912.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Back in Rapid City as we continue our Family Dental post game. Jim clears out pretty quickly here on Saturday afternoon, so we're going to try to breeze through the rest of this one ourselves, but it's a 4-set victory for the home team, Rapid City Central, in this one today. Quick look at the stats in the kill column. We'll start there. 45-34, the advantage to Rapid City Central. Chloe Shreve with 15 kills to lead all scorers in this one. They get 8 from Kaylin Ducat, 7 from Isabel Richard, 5 each from Elsa Tibke and Josie Williamson, and J.C. Rubelt as well for Rapid City Central. 34 for the Governors unofficially, and they do spread it around quite a bit. They are led in scoring by Hannah Eads and Marina Bushbaum with 6 kills apiece, Addie Novotny with 5, and also 5 for Allie Keys and 5 for Sloan Waldron. Then 4 kills for Paige Spoor and 1 for Molly Olson, 1 more for Hadley Hart from the libero position, 34 in that column for the Governors. Blocking, Pierre actually has the advantage, 3-2 overall. Addie Novotny's in on a couple. She teamed up with Bushbaum once, and then Paige Spoor with an ace block. Kaylin Ducat and Chloe Shreve with 1 each for Central. The Governors have the serving advantage, 10-6 in the ace column overall. Sloan Waldron with 4, Hadley Hart had 3, Schleckaway with 2, and Lola Keenholz with 1. And Rapid City Central had 3 players with 2 each. But they served 15 in the net and out long, or whatever the case may be. 15 service errors for the Cobblers. Governors with 9. But it is the error column, really, where the advantage goes to Rapid City Central. They outscore Pierre 38-21 because of those 38 errors by the Governors. 3 of the 4 games, the Govs were up into double digits. That's not something we saw even against a really good team like Watertown on Tuesday night in the season opener. But today, there was a little bit of help to the Rapid City Central cause by the Governor error numbers today. Cobblers commit 21 hitting errors in this one. So that's all the stats, but it boils down to a 4-set win for the Rapid City Central squad in this one. Got things to talk about. One more order of business to take care of. That's our naming of today's player of the game. That's brought to you by Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Let's hear from them, and your player of the game is next in our Governor postgame.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
After hearing from Bauman Lumber, you realize as long as we've had players of the game on KGFX, Bauman Lumber has been the only sponsor of that we've ever had. But today's Bauman Lumber player of the game, honorable mention going on the winning side of the home team to Chloe Shreve with her 15 kills. Rapid City Central played pretty active up front today, but we're going to go local on this one. I think Sloan Waldron certainly earned the honor here today. She played very well, had 5 kills, 4 service aces as well, and after bouncing back off of a lackluster night last night, especially for her in serve, but especially for the whole team, the Governors played with a lot more fire and energy in this one today, and Sloan Waldron was one of the keys in that one as well. So she'll get the t-shirt noting a good day's play, but the Governors obviously still with work to do. Sloan Waldron, the 5'7" senior setter and right side hitter, is today's player of the game, brought to you by Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Pierre people getting back on the road. We want to remind everybody on the behalf of the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety that it is either text or drive. There is no and. You've got someplace to be, and let's all buckle up for this Labor Day holiday weekend and any time we're on the road as well. Reminders from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Up next for the Cobblers, they've got their crosstown rival, Rapid City Stevens, in here at their home gym on Tuesday night, and then they go to Gillette, Wyoming for a tournament on the weekend. They'll get plenty of play coming up next Friday and Saturday over across the border. For the Governors, next up will be Thursday, their home opener against the Douglas Patriots. Justin Coward's going to call that game for us, starting with about a 6 o'clock pregame, 6:30 with the first serve, and then I'll rejoin the Governor girls when they go to Mitchell next Saturday. And we've got high school soccer coming up on Tuesday. The Governors will host Watertown at the PILC soccer fields, boys at 4, the girls at 6 o'clock. That again on a Tuesday. And of course, Governor football back on Friday after a late night last night, but they got a hard-fought 9-6 win over Aberdeen Central. They go to Huron, and we'll have a 6:25 pregame coming up this Friday as well. Our thanks to Caleb Brozick for running the camera, and you can rewatch this match at your leisure, if you please, at drgnews.com and the KGFX page once we sign off. Haley Hansen has done technical direction back in studio as well. You've been listening to Governor Volleyball and your official voice of the Governors, KGFX, DRG Media Group, where it's brought to you by Venture Communications. All sports brought to you by Venture Communications, serving Central South Dakota, and also by your Governor Sports marketing sponsors. They include Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, and Live Ticket. Also Overhead Door, New Edge Advisors, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Shuffle Buying Agency of American Family Insurance. Governor Sports also brought to you in part by Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Ferding Electric, Tokyo Hibachi and Sushi, Bauman Lumber, Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Hawaii Federal Credit Union, by Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, American Bank and Trust, and Zander Auto Parts in Pierre. And Governor Sports brought to you by Wagner Auto, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Edward Jones, May Adam Law Office, First Dakota National Bank, TMA, and Dakota Mart. And our special in-game sponsors on KGFX include Bank West, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, and the State Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division. Games brought to you by Agtegra, CHS River Plains, Delta Make It Family Dental of Pierre in Gettysburg, by Bauman Lumber, and Wagner Auto in Pierre, the one place to go. Your final Wagner Auto scoreboard, the Cobblers win this one over the Governors in 4, 25-16, 28-30, 25-15, and 25-22. Till we meet with you again for Governor Sports, and again, all of the Governor action coming up in the week ahead will be on River 92.7. We will have Stanley County football next Friday here, once again, on KGFX. Have a great rest of this Labor Day holiday weekend. Once again, Governors we are the official voice of the Pierre Governors, KGFX and DRGnews.com. Good afternoon, everybody.